Morning everybody, this is Jeremiah from InMobi. Today I'm going to show you how to make some money with a PhoneGap app running some InMobi ads. So for those of you who aren't familiar, PhoneGap is an awesome platform that lets you write in HTML5, CSS, and JavaScript, and also provides you some really nice device hook APIs like the accelerometer, the camera, the contacts, the file system, the GPS, etc. And it basically allows you to quickly and easily build mobile applications using a single code base and using familiar code, so you don't have to go and learn Objective-C or Java. So let's get started. So the first thing you need to do is install PhoneGap. Go ahead and just click download, and you're going to need Xcode if you're trying to make an iOS app, which is what this demo is going to do. So you're going to go ahead and start that up, go to your Xcode, and what you're able to do is just go create a new project. What you want to say is I want a PhoneGap based application. Hit next. Go ahead and name it. We're going to call it Make Money because that's what we're doing today. And then of course just save it wherever you save your development code. Of course it's up to you to use Git or not. I'm not going to extol the virtues of any version control here. It's well beyond the scope of this tutorial. So if my computer ever stops giving me the spinning beach ball of death, we're going to go ahead and start that. In the meantime, let's head over to InMobi. Make sure you've registered for a publisher account. Go ahead and create a site or an app. It's pretty self-explanatory right here. And what you want to do is when you click on an app and it gets activated, you'll be taken to the screen where you have a site ID. So the site ID is unique to, and this belongs on damn you Xcode. So we're just going to go ahead and reopen. But while we're talking, your site ID is your unique identifier for your app or your mobile website, and it's also how revenue is tracked. So very, very important to have your site ID correct. While we're also waiting for Xcode to load, go ahead and open up our developer wiki. So that's developer.inmobi.com/wiki. And this is really our documentation and shows you everything you need to know about how to start making money using InMobi ads. So like I said, PhoneGap allows you to write in JavaScript, so we're going to go ahead and use the basic JavaScript implementation method. So let's go ahead and create a new project again. Hopefully this one doesn't crash. So again, it's going to be a PhoneGap application. Make money. Next. Load the directory. I'm going to save it to this directory. Create. And awesome, we're off to the races. We have our project. So the first thing you got to do with any sort of PhoneGap application is you have to run it first, because what it's going to do is build your directory of web files essentially. Let's go ahead and find those in our Finder. So here's our project, Make Money. And now you see that there's this new directory that we never made, but that the builder made for us, called www, and in that is an index.html and a PhoneGap.js file. Let's go ahead and stop running our project. My personal preference is to use the iPhone simulator. And so what we're going to do here is drag our www directory onto our project to add it to Xcode. And so you can check copy if you want. Make sure you say create folder references for any folder. Make sure the correct application is selected as the target. And now we're really rolling. So now we look in here in index, and you can see it's actually some HTML and some JavaScript. Let's go ahead and run it again so we can see what PhoneGap looks like when it's running. Opens up the simulator there. Get it? Hey, it's PhoneGap, and there's a JavaScript alert. So we can see all that, and that's running perfectly fine. So what we're going to do, I'm going to comment that out since we're going to be running this a few times. A little annoying. And what you want to make sure to do while you're still in Xcode is go ahead and go to your supporting files, go to PhoneGap.plist, and you want to allow some external hosts. So in this array, expand it, there's obviously nothing in there. Add an item. Go ahead and add a wildcard. Basically, wildcard means allow any connection, and that's definitely the best way to do this. So now we have our PhoneGap project. We've allowed external hosts. Let's add some ads. Go back to the wiki and grab this JavaScript configuration variable right here. And you see in the most basic implementation, there's only 3 parameters that you're going to need. So let's lift that, put it right here in our JavaScript. So what you're going to want to do is change this site ID to that site ID I was talking about earlier. InMobi gives you a testing site ID. So this site ID and test parameter equals true will yield ads. And that's great for getting started and easy visual feedback and debugging. So until you're ready to deploy to the field, go ahead and use the test ID here. Put in slot 15. And I'll just make a note here that a slot 15 is a 320 by 50 ad slot, which is the standard iPhone size. So that's exactly what we're going to want. Let's go back and let's grab that last little piece. This code snippet here is what actually calls for an ad. We're going to add it in the top. We're going to add a div here just because PhoneGap has some interesting styling right out of the box. So style equals. Add in our JavaScript. Go ahead and close off that div, and now let's run it. So it's going, loading, and there we are. We have an ad, and you can see it's off center because what I did wrong was I did not say left negative. So let's run it again. So you can see from starting a brand new project to having an ad and monetizing took us 6 minutes and 50 seconds. So it's real easy to make money with PhoneGap. It's real easy to make apps with PhoneGap and real easy to make money with InMobi. And when you mix those two together, you can get off the ground and running really quick and start seeing some revenue come in. If you have any questions, feel free to hit us up at InMobi Developer or go to inmobi.com and check out the wiki. Thanks.